Hello guys, it's Ign Hl04 back with another Splinterlands video today. I want to talk about the top 5 cards for the Champion League and I want to help you to reach the same level as I am. That's why I'm doing this video. I'm doing this based on statistics, and if you also want to take a look at those statistics, come here, join my Discord. I copied every important website that I'm using for Splinterlands. Down there we have Splinter tools to analyze your battles, we have everything and a lot more, so I'm desperate, please. And now let's go into the first card. First card actually is the Coral Lurker. This card particularly makes sense to me because it's basically amazing. Look at those stats: Bronze League, Gold League, Silver League, Diamond League, everything at least 9 out of 10 and the rest 10 out of 10. And it's just an amazing card to have, especially in the higher levels. I don't think it's in bronze it's that good. I mean, 9.1 is good, but I actually don't think it's really that overpowered because we still have a magic meta in bronze. But especially in silver and above, where it gets the ability to phase, so to wait magic damage, it's basically amazing. There you see the stats of it. Currently, one BCX costs 20 bucks and a gold foil costs 250. And a single BCX costs 24, so you have all the stats there, everything you need. And cards that work particularly well with this card, also cards that I found work well, especially Chaos Dragon, then Flying Squid, and the Scavum. But also some cards that personally I think is one of those would be Yasek with a 2 speed and an enraged rule set. Then Supply Runner is also a card that's very, very strong. And personally I really like using this card. I'm not using it all the time, but it's really a card that helps me to win some important battles. There are of course cards that is very bad against these cards with the True Strike ability, and I don't know why they Jinjwala, they don't give me a reason, but I can't imagine anything like that. Here we see the abilities, like the 25 dodge percent is amazing, and there we have the rules, that's where this card is amazing in. As you know, Thorns, dodge, great. I mean, enrage, why not? Amplify, of course, because of the thorns. And some other stuff that is listed here. Of course, True Strike and Aimless is a card where you don't want to play this card. I don't know why you don't want to play this card in Thorns rule sets, because still, most of the time you will put him into the back of your lines where it doesn't attack and just be there for the evasiveness. If you want to see at my account, I also own this little bad boy and it really got to my heart. I mean, I was so happy when I finally were able to play him. 62 bucks for this copy. We can quickly go to for sales tab. It's a lot of guys are selling him. I bought him for 16 per BCX. Now it's up for 20. I eventually upgrade him to level 4, but before I do that, I have to plan on looking on other cards I'm really interested in. So basically, I also like using this card. And then the next card is Chaos Agent. You always hear me talking about this card, and especially I advise to use him in Gold and Diamond League because it's a 1 mana beast. And hear me out. It has 4 speed with 1 mana and 4 health. Wow, this is amazing. Just imagine putting a blind from the Chaos Dragon, or just putting a speed buff from the Supply Runner, or a Yasek 2 speed, or even with a Kalia with 1 speed and a shield. This card is amazing. It helps me to win so many battles, and also keep in mind that not only in the higher leagues it's very, very strong, also in silver and bronze. So there's also potential there. Hence, it's not so good because it doesn't have the phase ability, which it gets at level 6. And in Diamond with the Backfire, it's just a lovely combination. I love to use him. Currently, a max copy costs about 10 bucks, I would assume. Maybe we can quickly take a look at it. We only here have the single foil price of 72 cents and 85 cents for a single BCX. So that's times 400. But we can take a look at mine if you want to. I also own this card because I think it's amazing. And I even bought a gold foil copy of him. Currently you can buy a gold foil for $75. A regular foil is going for 30 bucks. So there's not a big difference in this card. And go and try to get it. Especially keep in mind every card with the True Strike ability is very strong, and we kind of see a pattern there that cards that have the backfire, or not backfire, but the dodge and face combination in them are particularly very, very strong. And we even have some other cards that come into that niche later on the list, so be prepared for that. And now, another Chaos Legion card that's very strong, it's Dr. Blight. Personally, I'd love to own this card. If you're not playing in gold or higher, don't even bother going for that. But if you play, like I said, in gold or diamond, it's amazing. Especially his scavenge ability makes this card so strong. You always have him alive on the last rounds where only 1-2 monsters are around. It doesn't even matter if it does 0 damage, because the poison ability will get most of the monsters down quickly, and then the weaken is just, so sweet. But keep in mind, quality is costly, and you have to pay about $35 per BCX. I only got 1 BCX of Dr. Blight. I still need 5 more, so I need $150. $175 to get mine to level 3, where I finally am able to use him in the Diamond League. Currently I rent him for the whole season because it's such an amazing card. Best counters are Almocalmbio, Conjurer, Lurker, like everything that's fast, everything that does random damage. Especially Chaos Dragon is also a card that I would personally recommend to you, but more on that later. And still, those abilities, the rule sets opportunity, awesome, slow, 4 manas and lower. It's just a great card to pair them up with. Especially a Chimbilka. Those two also work very fine if you have an Obsidian. I love this little combination. And basically that has been everything about Dr. Blight. And now let's go into the second best card out of here, Almocalmbio. As I said, Phase is very strong with a lot of speed, and we have here the immunity, we have the magic reflect, we have the archery reflect. This is basically the best card that you can use without any melee monsters, and this card is amazing in every league. Like bronze, silver, gold, diamond. So good. Like 5 speed, Phase in silver, 6 speed, return fire with Phase and immunity. Oh, that's so good. Especially if you pair him up like a Spirit Miner. Spirit Miner also has the blind ability that a lot of monsters have. I would also try using him with, for example, a Chaos Dragon or other cards that either boost his speed like a Supply Runner or give this card Blight like a Scavenged Technist. And best counters, of course, the Harvester, because he has certain abilities that really hit him all the time. Like the Oppress, if he hits him for 4, it does 8 damage, and he only has 16 health, so that's half of his health deleted. Redwood, Gorlodon, and Tidebiter all have the True Strike ability. That's why those are very effective against him. And here we can quickly take a look at the best rule sets to use this card with. I mean, Enrage is really best, probably. Also like Snipe this card in the second position, it won't get attacked. And now, before we go to the best card statistically, I want to quickly show you some of my favorites that didn't make it onto that list. I mean, there are some cards I would recommend leveling. If we take a look at summoners, I didn't take them there. One would be Kalia, second one would be Quicks, and the third one would be in Lux. Either Kalia or Lux, and then a Quicks to them, and you are done for 90% of the rule sets, and you don't need anything else. If we come monsters wise, and I have the big monsters that particularly are stronger than others, I would go for an Chaos Dragon, for example, because of the Blast. Even though in silver he had Scattershot and Blast, which is very, very strong, and now with the Meteor ability you can even boost him up a little bit more. I would go for Brightwing. This card is also very, very strong. And 2 other cards that I think are really a staple of every deck is Bakjira at Golden Plus and Queen Mycelia at every level, and those are basically the best Chaos Legion cards to have, with some cards being only good in the lower leagues, like the Forgotten one, which isn't good in the higher leagues, and cards that are only good in Diamond, like the AC Shooter with the random poison. But these other cards I showed you are good in every league and are really playable. And now write in the comments what you think is the best card for the Modern League in Diamond and Champion. I'm gonna reveal it in 3, 2, and go. Corrales. It really surprised me, but this card is a beast. Immunity, flying, heal, strengthen, oh my god, even works well with Adil Brightwing, as we told here. It works well with Assure Constantia. Those two cards are just very, very juicy together, like a double heal and a shield and then a Grandmaster Rave. Oh my god. Especially play this card. I think in silver it even gets better because it gets the heal and then you can play it in poison rule sets. But as we have it, one single BCX, 35 bucks, a max foil if they are combined, $33 per BCX, very, very expensive. Personally, I would go for Dr. Blight instead of this card, but it seems this card is way better. But keep in mind, you can only play this card until Rebellion comes out, so it will be some time, but not as long as you can play Dr. Blight. Best cards against this, Desert Dragon is an amazing card, High Priest, and those are also good cards against it, and even the Alvar, which reduces the melee. It has Giant Killer, it's a beast. But Corrales, number 1 spot on this list, and we even can take a brief look at the rules list. You can even play him in Magic only, which is kind of unfair. A melee monster there. You can play a Magic monster in only melee monsters, and yeah, like literally every rule set this card is amazing. And now tell me what cards you think I've missed in this little guide, what cards you think deserve a spot on the top 5 list. And basically that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, feel free to like and subscribe, and I wish you an amazing rest of the day. Bye!